All right, so Tupac drops his first album in 1991. All right, 1991. Tupacalypse Now. Now, if you really check out the album cover, let's look at what's really going on. You see four hooded men. All right, Tupac in front. The four hooded men actually represent the four horsemen. All right, because Tupac, he was given the Jesus script, but when when you're given the Jesus script, you automatically become the Antichrist to most people. All right, this is how you take it in subconsciously. You take it in subconscious. All right, and the reason why I'm saying that because just buying the CD, you just going to hear Tupac. You just want to hear Tupac. You ain't really thinking about all this occultic shit that's going on. But if you just when you wake up, when you first wake up, matter of fact, let me say this: when you first wake up, you still you still ain't in your right mind. When you first wake up, like just think about when you first wake up in the morning. You got to get your shit together, man. You might need a cup of coffee or a glass of water or something to get right. That shower hit you, and then you cool. But when you first wake up, and when you first waking up, you ain't gonna be peeping everything, man. So the four hooded man, the four horsemen, and who would Tupac be? Tupac would have to be the Antichrist. This is the picture that they painting of him. Now I could fast forward to his last album, but we're gonna go step by step through this. We're just gonna concentrate on the beginning of Tupac career right now. All right. And who they paint this man out to be. All right, so 1991 is when his album dropped. He was issued his birth certificate in 1990, the year before. And like I said, his name is Lashane Paris Crooks or Paris Lashane Crooks, one of the two. That's his real name. We can't see that, but yeah. This thing came out. He was issued this in 1990. All right, before the rap career took off, before the deceit and deception started to take place. That's what this is. That's what this is. We were set up from the jump. I mean, you might gotta ask some people, man, who was a you know what I'm saying, who are Tupac fans who was around back in the day, man. They cried, man. They cried like Jesus died. Didn't even know why. They didn't even know this man. But a lot of people cried. They created a new religion, just like when Jesus died. That's what happened. Christianity. We base time off that. We you know what I'm saying? In history, we even in history, they base time off. They say BC and AD after death. You can place time. You could track hip hop time by the death of Tupac. What was going on? All right. So yeah, man. The, I hate to say it, but yeah, man. They were trying to paint him as the Antichrist, the second coming, and that's a storyline that's so used to. It's so it was so especially back then, man. Back in the '90s, man, we was all going to church, man. You was a kid, man. You was going to church, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Tupac was your favorite, and you like Nikes and you like Jordan. That's what it was in the '90s. Anybody that wasn't doing that was a fucking weirdo. They were free. Looking back on it, they were the more freer people, but everybody else was caught up in it. We was all in this paradigm, man. That's what I'm saying. They got us all under a spell that we can't even see what the fuck is going on, man. We can't even see when we being manipulated. Because this was targeting black people, man. This man works for the CIA. He is not dead. I don't believe he's dead. I don't believe Kobe Bryant did. I believe a few people did get sacrificed, but some people, man, they just you do such a good job for the company, for the corporation. You get promoted. And I believe this man got promoted. Because what no really if you go back and look at the footage, man, of that so-called news story, the news footage that they have, that's Hollywood production. There ain't no real news people out there. If you go look at the fight, go watch the fight. Go watch the fight. Go and watch the fight. Nobody's in the crowd, man. At a Mike Tyson fight. Me, I'm thinking that, it's a Mike Tyson fight. It's like Floyd Mayweather fight. It's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers there. No, that fight was empty. This shit was planned. G. They took a lot of time and effort to put in this hoax. We don't know who his family is. Beyond Afeni. Beyond Afeni, we don't know who his family is. We gotta stop getting caught up on the black and white shit, man. A lot of these people are blood relatives to some powerful people. And that's why they get to come in and play the role, and they can dip right out and never be seen, because even if you seen Tupac in real life, you wouldn't even fucking think it's him. Wouldn't nobody believe that. Unless you get the machine behind you. That's the only way. You gotta have the machine behind you pumping this shit out, man. They took hip hop from what it started as party and really conscious music. They took R&B and did the same thing. They perverted R&B. They perverted hip hop. They perverted our culture. They perverted it. They turned this shit sexual, because sex sales. Back in the 90s, that was the main thing people said was sex sales. You know what I'm saying? They took it, they perverted it, and now it's a weapon. And it's been a weapon. And they started a new religion with people worshiping the rappers. We worship the rappers, man. We worship them. When you gotta be Freemasonic, man. You gotta be down with the agenda. Tupac came in, played his role for about 5 years, 6 years. 6 years make perfect sense. Matter of fact, 7 years make even more sense. Because you got Machiavelli, which Machiavelli wrote about Caesar Borgia. A lot of people don't know. Machiavelli, I think he wrote a book about Caesar Borgia. I'm willing to say he wrote a book about Caesar Borgia. Machiavelli wrote a book about Caesar Borgia. Caesar Borgia is the image of Jesus that they use, allegedly. Word on the street is that image of Jesus that you see, the white image of Jesus that you see, that's Caesar Borgia. And Machiavelli just happened to wrote books on it. He was fascinated by Caesar Borgia. All right. And he played it. Caesar Borgia is the image of Jesus. Tupac, last album, that'll show you right there the image of Jesus. And if you just look at his life, shot 5 times. 1, 2, 2 in the hand, 2 in the feet, 1 in the side. They crucified my Savior and nailed him to a cross. That's why you cry like a baby. You cry like a baby when he died. This ain't really to none of you new. I mean, the young folks. The OGs, they know what I'm talking about. They know this shit is facts. You cry like a baby. You cry like they killed baby Jesus. And the elite are so cold with it, bro. We know they doing it. And a mainstream motherfucker like Tupac could come out and be like, and expose all that shit that he exposed. But they know to control the opposition too. It's called controlled opposition. It's called controlled opposition. You control your ops in these streets. In the streets. In the streets, you control your op. Controlled opposition. We could go through some of these. Controlled opposition. If you understood how it works, you would never take any side. Notice the similarity to the yin and the yang, but you'll choose black or white. Stay in the middle. That's all I'm saying. The best way to control the opposition is to lead it ourselves. Controlled opposition. Think they ain't powerful enough to do it, man? Especially if you on they networks, you gonna be on they network talking down about them. Controlled opposition, gatekeepers. That's what this is about, man. No, Alex Jones. Yeah, man, I gotta do a video about that because that nigga is Bill Hicks. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Alex Jones is Bill Hicks. What if I told you that the version of history that you were taught in school was heavily revised to favor your own nation's agenda while hiding its crimes, and in doing so, fostered an unrealistic sense of false patriotism used to manufacture your my bad. My bad. I don't went all over the place, but yeah. Controlled opposition, man. At the end of the day, that's what this is about. You use to manufacture your allegiance to a corporate entity masquerading as your government. And some people on here, they might already know this shit, but man, just because you know, if you already you need to comment though, because I don't censor this shit. So you comment. You could comment. Should British history be taught in our school? They don't want it's controlled. Everything is controlled. You think you got some fucking freedom? These puppets out here. Controlled opposition is not either in the dictionary or Wikipedia. Hold on. A framework for guiding thoughts and actions into conflicts that lead to synthetic solutions, which can only be introduced once those being manipulated take a side that will advance the predetermined agenda. Controlled opposition, problem, reaction, solution. We got it all. We got the problem, it's coronavirus. Oh, we got the solution is vaccines. We're gonna control everything. Oh, well, wait a minute. We got Black Lives Matter going on too. So we got to deal with that too. So hold off on your checks. Control op. Not to be confused with PSYOP. The PSYOPs is out here too. But it's all used against you. So all being used against. I'm calling us guys people, man. At this point, I don't know what else to call us, man. People that just want to see righteousness, man. You want to see justice. You want to see justice, but at the end of the day, you don't want to be played into this shit. Because like I said, the Matrix could be running these numbers. The Matrix could be running these numbers. But at the end of the day, there's definitely higher ups that know what's going on. Yeah, that's this dude is the face of controlled opposition. Look at Bill Hicks. Look at Bill Hicks. And look at him. Especially this one right here. Control the op. What Tupac saying that song? That song Hail Mary. Let me lead the wild into the ways of the man. Follow me. Eat my flesh and my flesh and my. Come on, man. Eat my flesh. That's when you eat the crackers at communion. Come on, what are you doing? When you drink the blood, this was biblical. That man, he touched your soul because the story had already been told. The story had already been told. And it's been told year after year after. It's been told since ancient times. The story of the Son of God. Even I'm talking about ancient times, the S-U-N, Son of God. That's always been the Son of God. They know they could tell you that story over and over again because you probably reincarnated a few times on this plane. I can't say how many, but you have reincarnated a few times on this plane, on this earth, and they know that. So they know they could give you symbols because that's how you used to learn through pictures. We could give you symbols, and we could give you. We already gave you. They say you got the Bible in slavery. That's what they say. But you been knew that story. The story of the Son of God dying and being resurrected. That story is old. That story is ancient, baby. I'm telling you, that story is ancient. It's already in you, and that's why they can play it out with their little characters like Tupac. And all the other ones, it's been a few messiahs that came along. And it seemed to always target the indigenous people. They always get an indigenous messiah to come along and play that role. And then just like the Son of God, the S-U-N Son of God, which a lot of people don't know that the Son actually dies on March 23rd. That's why you think Michael Jordan wears the number 23 and LeBron James wears the number 23. It's the death number. He dies on the 23rd, is resurrected after 3 days. 22nd, 23rd. The Son dies and is resurrected. The S-U-N Son of God dies and is resurrected. That's the story. And then it comes back, it is resurrected, and then everything's all good again. Now crops can grow again. You know, it ain't that cold no more. It's sunlight most of the day. You ain't gotta worry about the wolves and the lions coming out and getting your ass. Cause when it get dark, it gets scary. That's a whole nother paradigm right there. Just the darkness and how people are scared of the dark. They can play off that. There's just that fact alone. They can play off that, the moon and darkness. And how you used to be scared in your past life of when it get dark. You know it's time to go in. That's why Trump time might be up. Trump time might be up because Trump represents the sun. You can look at his face. You can look at his hairs. It's orange. Then look at Biden. It's silver. The silvery moon. Oh man, it's going down, man. The two pillars, sun, moon, the yin and the yang. You got your choice, quote unquote, your choice. You ain't got no fucking choice. You do like the elite. You play the middle. Play the middle. And I'll be watching Roland Martin sometimes. I'll be watching Boyce Watkins. I'll be watching. I see what's going on with Ice Cube. I see what's going on, man. I see how. And I even went down to the protest here where I'm at. And they were trying to get me to vote. And I was like, okay, I see what it is now. I knew something was up, and then boom. I didn't see it with my two eyes. I use our tree of them. I use our tree of them things. I'm gonna use Birdman, a little trademark. I use our tree of them. You gotta use our tree of them things, man. Yo, man, y'all like, comment, subscribe, man, to the channel, man. Let me I'll tree of them things, man, and share the video. Peace. Love y'all.